first off, if you guys are new here, if you guys have never watched my show before, I talk about South Asian news. I'm the Indian Hasanabi. I'm the Tamil Hasanabi. I'm talking about South Asian news. When can I watch the next stream? Next week. Next week. I stream on weekends only. Again, I stream on weekends. I would love to stream every day. Streaming doesn't pay the bills. Like, for example, there were two men recently that were told to come to work and they died. They died by fault because they fell into a 60-foot trench.
On the day of Michong cyclone, December 4, the 60-foot trench that dug for construction work caved in. The container from office rooms, genset, and 3 compressors fell into the trench.
These are core government structures failing. Earlier this week, I was thinking about how hyper-individualism robs us of our empathy to our own communities and erodes response structures. Are you Indian? I called it. You want to know why I know? Because an Indian wouldn't say this about Chennai. Because Chennai is not nearly as hyper-individualistic. India as a society is not hyper-individualistic in the same way that America is. That is one thing that America has over many other countries, right? America is incredibly hyper-individualistic. India is not. South Asia as a whole is not hyper-individualistic to the same degree that America is. It's not. Case in point, the amount of organizing that happened in response to the floods. Yeah, no one beats America. Yeah, community collectivism is a huge thing in India, right? The problem here isn't hyper-individualism. You can have capitalism is not intrinsically, it's not married to this idea of individualism. What I'm saying is capitalism can exist even in more collective societies like this. Yeah, here's the thing. Yeah, collectivism is... Okay, well, we're gonna... Collectivism in India is used as an example as a way of, being homophobic and, being racist and stuff. That's a different conversation for later. Well, with the Katrina comparison, what caused the delay in the response, just for context? No, it's because... No, so dust or not. Here's the thing. The response was swift in the south. Here's the thing. In the south of Chennai, people were... everyone was assembling. You had volunteer workers on Twitter literally organizing. No. I know you're genuinely asking. Hold on a second. No. I know. I'm not calling you out to yell at you or anything, right? I'm just saying, I'm just calling what you set out because that is a mistake that a lot of people make. They try and project American politics. They try and project American understanding of capitalism, and they try and project their understanding of politics onto another country, and to an extent it'll work, but in a lot of cases it doesn't work because the hyper individualism that exists in the United States does not exist in India to the same degree. It doesn't. It just does not exist. Right? So that's one thing I wanted to point out. In this region of the world, it's not as hyper individualistic as America is. Yes, capitalism absolutely exists. Consumerism absolutely does exist. But in situations you have a lot of presence of community organizing. Yeah, it's exactly as Nerd says. The hierarchy of the caste system literally developed in this non-individualistic society, and it took this form because the oppression was distributed in a communal way. Yes. So what caused the delay in response is that North Chennai is largely poorer. These guys in the south had more resources. The guys in the south, the people living in the south had more resources. And so the government was more able to respond to them very quickly. The people in the north don't have as much of a voice. They don't have as much of a they don't have as much political power as the people in the south do.
அவருக்கு திருமணம் ஆச்சு 9 மாசம் ஆகுதுங்க இப்பதான் முடிஞ்சிருக்கு திருமணம் ஆன பிறகு நான் ஒரு பேச்சுலர் ரூம் விட்டுட்டு தனியா இங்க ஏரிக்கரை பகுதியில் வந்து வேலை செய்யல
So 2 people died as a result of this. 2 people died in a 60-foot trench. In a 60-foot trench because companies literally made them come back to work. The green tech structural corporations made 2 people come back to work and they died.
ரூம் எடுத்து அந்த தன்னுடைய மனைவி மஞ்சுவோட வசி வராரு பக்கத்துல இருக்கிற சைட்டா கொடுங்கன்னு கேட்டதுக்கு திருமணம் ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறம் இந்த சைட் வந்து வேலை எடுத்ததால இந்த சைட் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க யாருமே பணி செய்யக்கூடாது பேரிட்ட இருக்கலாம் இது வந்து
The north I feel is invisible and that is by design. Exactly. Yeah, the north is poor. The north is much poorer than the south. So, because they don't have political power to the same degree that the south has, the government is simply able to ignore the wishes of the north.
அவங்க வந்து அவ்வளவு மழையிலயும் அவரு அந்த பம்ப் ஏதோ ரிப்பேர் ஆனாவும் அந்த பம்பை சரி பண்ணிட்டு வந்து அவன் வந்து அவங்க அந்த கிரீன் டெக் நிறுவனத்து சார்பா அந்த மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் சார்பா இருக்கிறவங்க வந்து அவரை ரொம்ப வற்புறுத்தி வர வச்சிருக்காங்க அது அவருக்கு தெரியும் அன்னைக்கு டியூட்டியே இல்லை 4:30 மணிக்கு வர வச்சிருக்காங்க அவர் வந்து அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த ப்ராப்ளத்தை சால்வ் பண்ணிட்டு 6:30 மணி போல என்ன பண்ணியிருக்காருன்னா அவங்க ஒய்ஃப் கிட்ட வந்து நான் சேஃபா தான் இருக்கேன் மழை தண்ணிலாம் இருக்கு நீ வந்து பாத்துக்கோ ஏன்னா அவங்க வீட்டுல கீழ் வீட்டுல தண்ணி வந்து ஆல்ரெடி கீழ் வீட்டுல இருக்கிறவங்களே இவங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஃப்ளோர்ல இருக்காங்க இவங்க கூட தான் அவங்க தஞ்சை அடைஞ்சிருக்காங்க கீழ் வீட்டுல ரெண்டு ஹஸ்பண்ட்
Yeah, not just resources, but that's where capitalism thrives. Exactly. The south is where all the IT tech parks are. Also, the other thing to keep in mind is the south, Solinganallur, this area, Solinganallur area, this is where all the IT parks are. This is where the Zoho office is. Like, it's close by. All the major IT tech industry, which is one of the biggest industries of Chennai, it's in the southern parts of Chennai. It's here. It's in the south.
இவர் என்ன பண்ணிட்டாரு இங்க தண்ணியா இருக்கு நான் கொஞ்ச நேரம் தண்ணி குறைஞ்ச பிறகு வரேன்ட்டு இவர் வேலையை முடிச்சுட்டு கேபின்ல உட்காந்துட்டாரு இதான் உண்மை அவரோட கேபின் கண்டெய்னர் வந்து அதை ஒட்டினா
this is a legitimate failing of the DMK government. They have not responded to the north as much as they should have. And the thing is, the north is is probably a more core constituent part of their party than the ADMK is. Than the ADMK is.
போன் கட் ஆன உடனே அவங்க ஒய்ஃப் வந்து பதவி இருக்காங்க திருப்பி ஒரு 10 நிமிஷம் கழிச்சு ட்ரை பண்ணா போன் போகல நாட் ரீச்சபிள் சுவிட்ச் ஆஃப் அப்படின்னு வந்துட்டு இருக்கு
By December 7th, 9:50, by the night of December 7th, 50 feet of water was drained out.
Tamil Fire and Rescue Services members from L&T and Neyveli Limited Corporation are stationed here for the rescue operation. The family members who tried to reach Green Tech Structural Constructions received no response from the company.
இன்னைக்கு 4வது நாள் இன்னும் அந்த தண்ணி எடுத்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. எதனால தண்ணி ஒரு பில்டிங்ல இருந்து தண்ணி எடுக்கிறதுக்கு 3 நாள் தேவையா?
God, look at that.
என்பதுதான் எங்களுடைய கேள்வி. நிச்சயமா தேவையில்லை. ஏன் ஃபயர் சர்வீஸ் அதை ஈடுபடுத்தி இருந்தா இன்னும் நிச்சயமா வேகமாக நடந்திருக்குமே என்பதுதான் எங்களுடைய கேள்வி. இது ஒரு பக்கம். இன்னொரு பக்கம் இன்றைக்கு இந்த பாதிக்கப்பட்ட ஒரு ஜெயசீலன் அதே மாதிரி அந்த ஒரு செக்யூரிட்டி அந்த ஒரு ஒர்க்கருங்கிறாங்க வெறும் 4 பேர் தானா இல்லை பஸ் ஸ்டாப்பில் நின்னவங்களும் அப்படியே உள்ளே விழுந்ததா சொல்கிறாங்க. அதில் 3 பேர் காப்பாற்றப்பட்டாங்கிறாங்க. அதே மாதிரி அதில் தப்பு செய்தவர்கள் சேஃப்டி இல்லாமல் செஞ்சவங்க அவங்க மேலே உரிய நடவடிக்கை எடுக்கணும். இல்லைன்னா இதை மாதிரி திருப்பி திருப்பி நடக்கும் தப்பு பண்ணுறவங்க. அதனால் தப்பு பண்ணுறவங்கள மேலே நடவடிக்கை எடுத்தாதான்.
Why is it that Also the suburbs for upper middle class people. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
நாளைக்கு
Yeah,
இன்னொருத்தர்
the
அந்த
southern
தப்பு
parts of Chennai are where all the rich people are.
செய்ய மாட்டாங்க.
The Tamil Nadu government.
Okay, yeah. Okay, this kind of shows you what I mean by, listen, these guys are kind of like Amma stands. Like,
Provide the much needed relief for the common man during extreme conditions.
Like, this kind of shows you, like, okay, Sabir Ahmad is kind of, he's an Amma stand. Like,
During
this kind of goes to show you that Sabir Ahmad he's definitely pro ADMK.
natural calamities. One such scheme is Amma Unavagam that was launched 10 years ago by late Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha. These Amma canteens acted as a relief
And also, he used to work for Times Now.
center in 2015
Sabir Ahmad
floods,
used to work
and
for,
also during the 20
like, Shabir Ahmad used to work for. Is Amma a grifter or charity? No, Amma literally. Okay. This is a deep dive into Tamil Nadu politics. This is a deep dive into Tamil Nadu politics that you're not going to get anywhere else, okay? Amma means mom, by the way. Amma means mom. I don't like the stand stuff. No. I'll explain. Let me explain. Amma means mom, by the way. Amma means mom in Tamil, right? And it is a nickname for former Chief Minister J. Jayalalitha, leader of the AIADMK. The DMK, the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Okay, so the current ruling party is the party called Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. That is the current ruling party right now. They are slightly left of center, quote unquote. They are the Tamil Nadu equivalent of the Democrats. That's the best way of describing who these guys are. They are the Tamil Nadu equivalent of the Democrats. They are libbed the fuck up. They are absolutely libbed up. But they are better than the communists, at least in Kerala. They're dumb libs. I wouldn't say they're entirely dumb libs, because these libs are actually better than Indian communists when it comes to caste issues. These guys are actually somewhat better than the fucking communists in India, better than Soc Dems. The baseline for India is Soc Dem. On terms of economic schemes, India has economic schemes that America doesn't have. Right? India has things that America doesn't have. So it's very hard to make that comparison. India has government hospitals. America doesn't have that. The United States does not have government hospitals that the DMK and ADMK helped to bring about in Tamil Nadu, which is why Tamil Nadu has one of the best, I guess, healthcare systems in all of India. Right? No, it does, in that both ADMK and DMK are center right. That's what they're right. No, these guys, they are libs. These guys are absolutely liberals. They're great everywhere, but they have government hospitals you can go to for just free. Yes, so the DMK is the ruling party, and yes, the president of the DMK, the current chief minister, the leader of Tamil Nadu right now, is a guy called Muthuvel Karunanidhi Stalin. Okay, yes, his name is Stalin. Yes, we have a leader named Stalin. Okay, yes. Red Scare never happened in India. That's why we have leaders named Lenin, Stalin. We have people named Lenin, Stalin, Nikita, so on and so forth. Yes. Literally libbed up Stalin. Yes. We have a liberal Stalin with a better mustache than Joseph Stalin. No Churchills, but we do have a couple of Hitlers. We do have a chief ministerial candidate in the Northeast named Adolf Hitler. Yes, in certain regards, these guys are actually better than the communists. Actually, I'm not joking. Yes. I'm not joking. Yes, there are candidates in India named Hitler. Yes. Yeah, we also have a guy called Frankenstein and Billy Kid. We have a guy called Billy the Kid and Frankenstein. Yes, this guy. There is a guy in Meghalaya literally named Adolf Hitler. Yes. Okay. Point, that's not relevant. Just get over that. Okay. So yes, the DMK is the ruling party of Chennai. The opposition party, yeah, he's a nobody. It doesn't matter. ADMK. So this is Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. The opposing party is a party called All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. AIADMK is the full acronym of it. AIADMK, otherwise known as ADMK, right? And this was founded by a guy called MGR, right? So DMK was founded by a guy called CN Anadure. I just needed to double check that he was Anadure, right? This is the original party that existed. So this is the DMK. The way this party came about was it was a splinter, I guess, of the Dravida Kazhagam and the Justice Party headed by Periyar. AIADMK is a splinter party of this DMK that has become the opposition party and was founded by actor M.G. Ramachandran. It was founded by an actor. Get used to that, because a lot of the parties that exist in Tamil Nadu are founded by actors and actresses. Cinema and politics are the same. Get used to it. Get used to it. Parties in Tamil Nadu are basically, yes. So, M.G. Ramachandran is basically, the way to describe the ADMK is that they're more right-wing and more openly casteist than the DMK is. The DMK is also casteist, even though they claim not to be casteist and they claim to be anti-caste. You have several cadres of the DMK that are very casteist. ADMK is more openly casteist. ADMK is more openly casteist than the DMK is, right? They're even more right-wing, as evidenced by the fact that they were in an alliance with the BJP up until recently. So these guys are a literal splinter of the DMK. So, the most prominent member of the ADMK, the most prominent leader of the ADMK, aside from MGR himself, MG Ramachandran himself, is this, where is she? Is this lady nicknamed Amma by the name of J. Lalita. By the way, a literal Brahmin, just for the record. What, do Muslims support ADMK? ADMK is, so both the regional parties, even though the ADMK was allied with the BJP, like, ADMK is not as openly Islam, like, you cannot win in Tamil Nadu by being insanely Islamophobic, like the BJP. You cannot win in Tamil Nadu by being insanely Islamophobic because Muslims in Tamil Nadu are, how do I explain it? In Tamil Nadu, it doesn't matter what your religion is, whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, whether you're Sikh. If you speak the Tamil language, you're a Tamil person. It is significantly harder to do that kind of communal politics in Tamil Nadu. Just generally speaking, it is much harder to do that than in a place like Gujarat or Uttar Pradesh, right? So you cannot be as openly Islamophobic in Tamil Nadu as you, because it's like you're shitting on your neighbor, right? And they're also Tamil speakers. Yes. So these guys, so what Shabir Ahmad is talking about here is he's talking about a canteen, a scheme brought about by the Jayalalitha administration.
2015 floods and
by
also
the JJ administration.
The 2017 Varda cyclones. But this time around, the role of Amma canteens has been missing. Yes, Amma canteens have been selling food at a very nominal price. But what was the difference between the last time and this time is that last time the food was provided for free because people were in distress and required some kind of relief. But this time around, in fact, I've been visiting several areas and I've been asking people whether they receive some kind of relief from the corporation or from political parties. They told me that in certain areas they have not received relief. In certain areas, they started getting relief only from Wednesday evening, which clearly goes to show that there was absolutely no preparation on the part of Chennai Corporation to provide immediate relief to the people who are in distress, and also from political parties. So the role of Amma canteens is something that has played a major role during 2015 and 2017, which were effectively put to use, where food was provided for.
Yeah, he's basically saying, like, listen, when Amma was in power, this shit didn't happen. That's what he's saying. He's saying that these were better put to use under Amma. Varga Amma. That's what he's saying here.
The poor,
I mean, you read between the lines. And again, I massively disagree with him on, like, Jayalalitha. I don't like Jayalalitha at all.
And this acted as a relief center. But this time,
if you're not from South India. Okay, wait, what is the question? So divisions are caste-based and Tamil, non-Tamil, among others. No. Okay, so so the only one saying, if you grow, so you have people in Tamil Nadu from all different parts of India. So you have people that are whose families are originally from Karnataka. You have people whose families are originally from Kerala. You have people whose families are originally from Andhra, especially in Chennai. You have people whose families are Telugu speaking originally. They are originally Telugu. And you also have people whose mother tongue originally is Dakhni Urdu, right? Their mother tongue is Dakhni Urdu, but on the streets they'll speak in Tamil, they'll speak in English, they'll speak in Tanglish, right? Because that's the general spoken language of Chennai.
around the role is missing.
It's not charity. It's a social. No. Dusto not. It's not a charity. It's a government scheme. It was a government-run scheme. It's social safety nets, Dusto not. The word you're looking for as to what this is it's a social safety net. This is a social safety net.
This has raised a lot
It is
of
government
questions,
subsidized
whether this
canteens.
was intentional or
It is something that America lacks. America does not even have this. The United States doesn't even have this.
whether this was deliberate or it was just
India is in generally such a situation.
bad planning. In Chennai, Shabir Ahmad.
Yeah, guys, chat, don't tell people to give up. Chat, tell people to give up. Lovely Angelique, don't tell people to give up. This is Spigo, don't tell people to give up. Chat, don't give up on me, okay? Ask questions. This is going to be hard. This is stuff, okay, to give you an idea of what this is stuff that some of my mods are not going to get. This is stuff that my moderators aren't going to get. If you're not from Tamil Nadu or from Kerala, you are not going to understand this immediately off the bat, because this is such very specific politics. This is going to take time for people to understand. Don't give up on people. Like, I'm not like, don't give up, because this is very hard. This is not easy to understand. This is like, okay, imagine this, for example. It's like if Hassan was talking specifically about the politics of Karadinis. That's what this is. That's basically what this is. This to a broader audience. This is going to be, this is like if Hassan was talking about the very specific politics of Gaziantep to an American audience. It's not going to be easy. This is going to be this is stuff that even other, this is like if Hassan was talking about Bursa. Like, it's not easy. This is going to be very difficult. I feel like the closest comparison is when the Minnesota state government made school lunches free for all students. Your taxes pay for it. It's not charity. Yeah, that's the only, that's basically it.